What's going on, YouTube? And we got
Jeremy Jones.
what you did today, Jeremy.
I won locals today. I won a
Win a box.
of birds.
Yeah, all right. And what deck you were playing?
I played pure Lyrilusc.
How was it, man?
I love this deck. I love this deck a lot. Me and Joe Bogley, last week or so, we've been talking about the deck, working on it. And Imperial had an event this past weekend. And on Sunday, I made top cut at their PS5 tourney. I went X1 in Swiss, won my top 8 match, and then we split in top 4.
All right. So let's get into your deck profile.
Okay, so for the birds, it's 3 Warbler, 3 Wagtail, 3 Sparrow, 3 Canary, and only 2 Swallow. Just because this is the worst one by itself. Like, you don't really want to be seeing this too often. You want to search it during your combo. But drawing it isn't the worst because you can special if you haven't already used Warbler for the turn, you can special both of these from hand, and then you can trigger the Warbler off of this.
There's a lot of intricate parts how you can start your combo, depending on which bird you start. Plus, you can see the spells. There's a lot of spell extenders to get the other busy piece you don't have.
Yeah. So that's the Lyrilusc monsters that we played. And then the one of Searchable Hand Trap Crow. Surprisingly, like, this card was actually
Really
been
good.
like pretty
It's
good.
really good.
Yeah, like even during the weekend, like just randomly like hitting stuff. Like it was actually like really good. I kind of want to test more copies. I know you were playing.
I'm
more
playing
copies.
2 right now. I play 2.
Yeah, I do want to test the second one. Yeah, and then 3 Ash. Joe didn't play this card. I decided to play this just for the simple fact of I wanted to hit power spells that could be used to like break the board, like break the board we set up. Like,
like, if you-
power cards like Servant, should all fusion.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Also, if you guys have a random like Fusion Destiny Turbo deck, like Force is really hard for this deck at points. So if you can choke point the deck, Ash is pretty important.
So yeah, that's all the monsters. 3 Desires, because basically almost everything in this deck is a 3 of. As long as you're not banishing like 3 of all your stuff, you're fine. Even if you do, if you have enough like gas in hand, most of the time it won't matter. 3 Jack in the Hand. I love this card.
That card's crazy.
I love this card.
It's
like
really crazy.
Yeah, when I first started, like when I was thinking about the card, I'm like, I'm like giving my opponent card. It literally never matters.
Yeah, right,
Only
right.
time giving your opponent a free card has ever mattered in this deck is if they had Droplet. But if they have Droplet for your board,
They're using
like,
their hand to try
yeah.
and beat your 1 bounce, maybe 1
Yeah.
monster negate. Like,
yeah,
it's really crazy what that card can do.
yeah, and you're always gonna get what you want off this card, always.
Obvious. Yeah, even if they take it, you just repeat it.
Not
replace
even that.
it.
Even if you get the piece that you don't want, you can trick your opponent. It's like with Pantheons and the Monarchs back in
But what makes
2016.
that one better than War Star?
Because this does not require setup.
Yeah,
Where I thought you have to
it's a
have
1
a
card
low
starter.
number.
So
Yeah,
like
just-
the least number of starters in this deck as possible gets you to 2 to 3 birds, which is what you want.
Yeah. And then 3 Bird Call. This card is insane. This card is so nuts, dude. And like and during your combo, you can always search. Like if you open it, you can always search a second one for follow up for the next turn.
Yep, exactly.
Like this card's just crazy. And then Joe was playing this in his main deck, and it was
So good.
insane. 3 Dark Ruler because
spell-
going second, you just drop this and then you just
Use them.
Zeus people.
You Zeus them. It's a
Like
Zeus
6
deck.
material Zeus's. Yeah, it's
You
great.
don't get it.
Yeah, like literally, other than like
cripple
this.
them
Yeah,
on
like,
those
Like
Zeus.
this deck doesn't even. If you're playing the Tri version, Droplets obviously better because of Nervo.
Yeah.
But like in this singular monster version, if you think about it that way,
Yeah.
like 1 recital goes off, you Zeus them. So you should 1-for-1 interactions, then you make a +2 or 3 card once per turn.
yeah, like literally, this deck, besides Zodiac, this deck like takes advantage of Zeus so well. Like it's so easy to make in this deck with a bunch of materials. Like literally, I think the biggest Zeus I made today was like 8 materials.
That's the highest we can get. Highest we can get is 8.
Yeah. And then I want to find room for a third of this because this card's really good. Because Forbidden Chalice, this is like in everybody's like main or side deck right now. Because this card is just great going first, going second. Like going first is fine. It's just trap card basically. And going second, you can use this to help crack boards. But yeah, I definitely want to find room for a third, but I do want to keep it at 40. Because on Saturday I played 41 and I lost 2 matches because game 1, I mean like I just got unlucky, but I only opened 1 bird. At day 2, this is the same list I played on Sunday, and it was 40 cards, and I never had like any like consistency issues. And then 2 talents, just great going first, great going second. Good card. It's talents. There's nothing to explain about it. Yeah. And then for the good one-ups,
The best card in the fucking deck.
1 for 1, yeah.
The
One for
one card full combo.
Yep. By itself, yep. Instant Fusion is just a really good extender in that. It's free extender, basically. Because we played a Fusion Monster. And then called by. And then last cards in the deck is 3 and purple.
Okay.
Extra deck. Best tokens in the game.
Okay.
Linkuriboh and Almirage.
Both important.
Yeah, both of these come up a lot. It depends on the matchup. Linkuriboh is really good because people will try to bait out the Robin a couple times and then try to beat over it when it gets lower. So that's what the Linkuriboh's for. And then the Almirage just comes up for like usually I won't make this game 1, but game 2 and 3 it comes up like to protect your Robin from like Lightning Storm, stuff like that. But Lightning Storm's not really it honestly isn't really like that great against this deck. At least. The instant fusion target.
Okay.
2 Zeus.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
They both come up. Like you can't play this deck with only 1 Zeus. You have to play 2.
I play 3. I'm crazy.
Yeah, he's wild. Yeah, I just can't find the extra deck space right now. Downard.
I would play that.
Downard, free material.
Yeah, no.
The Utopia package.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I don't
So
know.
free to make it in this deck.
Because
It's literally so
Also,
free.
what's cool with that is you can just put Zeus on top of it.
Yep.
So like you can get an extra
That's
couple.
come up
Like,
before,
it
yep.
comes up where like you can play through Nib and like you set up a turn 2 push and then you use them on top of that.
Yep.
And it gets you so far ahead.
Yep. Great card. 3 recital.
This card's crack.
Yeah, you go through 2, turn 1 for your combo, and then the third one comes up a lot.
Especially if you're going for game turn 3 to 4.
Yep.
Is this the same one you use against?
Bobby,
That's one of them.
The third one really like came through in that match because if I was not playing 3, I would have lost. 2 assembled.
Needed.
Yep.
100% needed.
Yep. Second one comes up all the time. It's great. You always make this with like 3, 4, 5 materials. It's so easy to like make Zeus with this card.
It just comes up. Like
Yeah.
there are certain times where like you're like not going to win.
Yeah.
And then you just win.
Yep.
Card is so nuts.
One promenade thrush. This just helps out like floodgates. That's usually this is really for bait out back
or you
row.
just forget to pop a floodgate and then not make Zeus.
Yep. We threw that game 1 pretty hard. Luckily we didn't lose because of it. And then the last card in the extra is Robin. Is great. Even if they out this, Canary can summon back any Lyrilusc. So you can bring this back, and then you can use the Wagtail in your grave to reattach it to this.
So at least you get one more interaction to a bounce.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
come up a
can
lot.
put down on top of it and then put Zeus on top of it.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. And then
Zeus powered
It's
up.
a Zeus turbo deck. It really
yeah,
is.
side deck. I changed my side deck right before today.
So
Yeah, the Gamma package.
nice.
It's so great.
know.
This was insane all day today. Like it's just so free against everything.
Jeremy, good shit today.
You got.
Oh yeah.
Just keep me covered.
Yeah, you good.
Three of a card. I never sided in today.
Mystic
They
Mine.
lied.
I need to get banned.
It wasn't super. It wasn't great in
card's
a lot
great.
of matchups. Yeah, yeah. This card's insane, but it just didn't for the matchups I was playing today.
for
It just
combo
didn't
decks.
come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for
strictly
combo.
for combo decks.
Shut
Yeah,
them
I
You need
play-
to bait out the negates and then use Zeus summoned.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Or like you Dark Ruler Mystic Mine. They might just not have outs in their deck.
Yep. It's great. And then for back row removal, I played 2 twin because it's the beginning of the format, and the beginning of a lot of formats, people will just play Invoke. They'll just default to that deck.
Just gives
A lot of time. Yep.
That's why Chalice is also really, really good. Because it
Yep.
plays through Winda, Onion Sword Soul Monsters,
Yep.
the Flunder deck. Like,
Yep.
it's just great.
It's great. Reboot. 2 evenly. This card's really good for try. And nobody sides Lancia against this deck.
No,
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
It's free. Yeah, they should.
Because you're not playing the Tri version, they're not going to put Lancian against you.
And then 3 of a card, I never resolved today or Sunday.
Yep.
Harpy's Featherstorm. But if you see it going first,
Game.
it's game. Yeah, and they're playing combo. It's literally skips their turn.
Yep, D-Bear.
It's great. But yeah,
shout-outs?
that's the profile. Shout outs to my team, Imperial Gaming and Collectibles,
Okay.
Southington, Connecticut.
Southern.
Great team. Shout outs to Big Bird. Shout outs to Exodia-Man and June
Big
at
Bird.
Car Titans for the great local. It's really fun
thanks.
today.
Thanks a lot.
And that's about it.
All right. Deuces.